March is Women's History Month, and what better way to celebrate than to honor mathematician Katherine Johnson. She's the African-American woman who counted and computed her way to NASA and helped put a man on the moon. You may remember her story in the film Hidden Figures. Children's book author Suzanne Slade is here with her new book, A Computer Called Katherine. Please welcome Suzanne. Hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you.
You've written more than 100 books. What made you decide for Women's History Month to write a book about Katherine?
Well, I first learned about Katherine Johnson back in 2015 when President Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And as a rocket engineer, I'm a mechanical engineer, I'd worked on rockets. I'm a big advocate for women in STEM. I wanted to learn more about Katherine. And when I did, I really wanted to share her story with young readers.
Yeah, I like how you just passed by the fact that you worked on rockets. How did that all come about?
Well, in school, my favorite subjects were math and science. I kind of track with Katherine on that. And when it came time to go to college, my mom said, you should be an engineer. They do math and science. And I said, sounds good to me.
Yeah, why is Katherine Johnson's story so important, especially in today's time?
Well, good question. You know, history books often overlook women. And so I'm excited to highlight Katherine's work at NASA. She worked there for 33 years. And then I hope that also makes people think about other women that are hidden figures that we haven't yet learned about.
Yeah,
Right.
it's one thing to overlook women, but especially women of color and the accomplishments that she's had.
Yeah, she's amazing. She skipped 2 grades in elementary school. She graduated college by the age of 18, double major.
Yeah.
She's a math genius. She's an amazing woman.
Yeah, for kids to read this book, what are they going to get out of it?
Well, I hope it inspires children of all backgrounds to pursue their passions, their talents, and when they hit obstacles, like Katherine did, they keep going. Especially girls who are interested in math and science. I hope it helps them want to pursue STEM careers.
Right, and you love STEM, but
I
you're
do.
a writer, so when did the switch happen?
Well, when I became a mom.
Yes.
As many of us, there's a plot twist, you know, in a book.
Yeah.
My plot twist came when I became a mom, and I started reading my children's books. I'd always loved children's books, and got the crazy idea I would like to try and write them.
Yeah.
Of course, that took 8 years of all rejection letters. I had a lot to learn because when you're studying engineering in college, you don't take any writing classes. So I had to take some classes at night.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right. When you were a little girl, you said it was your mom that kind of inspired you for math and science, but you didn't have a lot of things to look up to, right? I mean, what inspired you? I mean, you didn't have a book like this.
A good point. You know, I'm very excited about the books that are coming out now that can encourage, you know, girls and women. So I think it's great that we have these books now to help. I looked up to my parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
bet you wish you would have had a book, though, that you could read. And
it would have been nice. Well, when my mom said you should go into engineering, I didn't even know what that was. I had never met an engineer. I didn't know what that was. So,
But you value your mom's opinion, and you went in
I
there.
did.
So why don't you tell us about working on rockets?
well, I worked on Delta Titan rockets and a Delta Star spacecraft. I worked in the testing group just to test the components and the various assemblies of the spacecraft so that when they went on their missions, there were no failures. And
How many of your books, out of the 100 you've written, or more than 100 you've written, how much of them are science-based?
I would guess about 50%.
Okay.
I do have, with the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, the first moon landing coming up this July, I have some recent books. I have 4 books all centered around that moon landing.
Wow, and you have an event coming up to tell us about.
Tomorrow night I'll be at 57th Street Books. I'll be signing Katherine and some of my other space books. There will be an Apollo space quiz with prizes, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
6 to 7 tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Right.
Suzanne, thank you so much. As she mentioned, she's going to be signing those copies of A Computer Called Katherine tomorrow, 6 to 7, 57th Street Books. And everyone in our audience is going home with a copy of her book.